While we didn't do live streaming like this, but we are back, and we are back with a lot of analysis from different perspectives. But as a boutique business immigration law firm, we want to analyze the latest changes in 2024 in immigration from the business immigration perspective. So again, after this presentation, please stay connected and ask us your questions. And 1 hour after the live show, I will be in the comments section of this video and LinkedIn, YouTube channel, wherever you are. Stay there, comment, and I will do my best to respond to your comments after 1 hour after this presentation, okay? Just housekeeping items. Today, I want to, if you don't have time to watch the whole presentation, I want to leave you with 3 messages. One is, do these changes affect you as a business immigration applicant, as an entrepreneur or business owner who wants to expand into Canadian market and do business in Canada? While recent changes in Canadian immigration policy changes have caused a lot of concern, a lot of ranting, a lot of criticism, a lot of uncertainty, they primarily affect temporary workers and international students. 2 categories, not foreign entrepreneurs, okay? That's the biggest message I want to give you today. They don't stop those who are buying a business in Canada or establishing a new business independently in Canada. There were some effects on startup visa program. We will come to that. So more stringent selection of real startups, not paper startups, real startups with some traction in the market. International students were heavily affected, that's fine. That indirectly may affect Canadian businesses, but you as a foreign entrepreneur who wants to expand to Canada, you are not affected at all. But I will come to the discussion whether the restrictions on international students and temporary foreign workers really affect you. Are there any other alternatives that you can hire foreign workers, non-Canadians, in your business? So foreign workers select the most needed workers while focusing on Canadians. That's been the messaging from the Canadian government, saying that focus on Canadians and then hire international. But again, there's a bit, I come to this presentation with a bag of salt, and what government is trying to message, it's very, very political messaging. There's very little thing in terms of, real effect on what they're trying to solve. They seem to be solving, but I don't believe they are successful in that. So let's start with startup visa program. As you know, startup visa program became more stringent, right? An annual cap of 10 startups per designated organization was implemented, and I hear in the jargon and in the rooms of the immigration practice, that there are some designated organizations that have changed their model of earning money in a way, right? They think in de facto you now are not will not be very successful with 3 founders or 2 founder startups. They want 5 founders because that's the financial model. They want 5 payments for their incubation programs, and that makes sense because now they want to earn with 10 startups only, not unlimited number of startups, which used to be the case before. Priority processing has been implemented to those DOs that are within Canada's tech network. That's fair. Open work permit for startups has not materialized. Remember, there was one time that the whole pile of founders were given open work permits. That happened only one time, and my argument in my previous article that it was a one-time effect, one-time dealing with the pressure that was accumulated by the backlog. It was one-time deal. Now founders can only work on their startup, not anywhere else. So that was the change. Second, temporary residence policy has shifted, right? Government, I don't know how they changed so rapidly. A few years ago, even 1 year ago, they were saying to temporary visitors, even tourists, come and stay in Canada. We need people and so on. I remember Justin Trudeau telling that. But now complete opposite. They're trying to reduce the targets of temporary residence in Canada from 7% to 5% by 2027. But here's a trick. What if the government is just converting existing population of temporary residents in Canada, which is about 2.8 million now, to permanent residents? That's it. They will achieve that target. They will create more permanent residents. Does it decrease the overall population of Canada? I doubt. No, I don't think so. Temporary Foreign Worker Program, that's one program out of many programs. One program had some restrictions implemented related to foreign workers. Basically, we came back to the old rule of 10% of your workforce can be foreigners, and there were many exceptions, construction, healthcare, there was exception. But remember, this is only one program that can bring non-Canadians to work in Canada. There are multiple other programs that we will discuss briefly where you can hire foreign workers for your Canadian business. And issues and challenges of international students and foreign workers that, again, in light of temporary resident policy changing, they are refusing a lot of students, they are refusing a lot of tourists from coming to Canada, and the pandemic policy of applying to change your status from tourist visa to workers visa, work permit within Canada has now been abandoned and stopped early than expected. So international students, that was the biggest group of people that are currently in Canada that were affected by recent changes. A study permit cap of 360,000 per year. Basically, we will only get new international students annually at that rate, 300,000 rate. Provincial quotas and provincial attestation letters were distributed. In my humble opinion, that's the way Canada wants to distribute the benefits of immigration across provinces. And those popular provinces like British Columbia and Ontario lost in these quota distribution, but other provinces, they have gained an opportunity, at least an opportunity to attract more international students, unlike what had happened in previous years for those provinces. Incoming 24-hour per week rule for international students to work off campus. So 24 hours will be implemented by fall. I think there's no certain date, but government keeps it open. They realize that if they stop allowing students to work now, many businesses will suffer. They want to ease the pain in a way. And there were restrictions, of course, post-graduation work permit restrictions, and you can find those changes online very easily. Provincial nominee programs. That's where we are more, have some positive changes. Increased allocations across, if you look at the express entry profile, express entry draws, there were increased PNP draws, right? There were, until now, if my data is still correct, there were 8 draws in 2024 that covered 43,000, almost 44,000 invitations in this year. So PNP is an active beast now. Yes, there are certain provinces that stopped inviting for candidates to permanent residency, but overall in 2024 you can see PNP as a program has become an active program. So focus on that. And of course, Francophone immigration. As part of our analysis, it's becoming very confusing now, but part of the analysis, how you can hire foreign workers for your Canadian business, is one way is Francophone immigration. That hasn't been restricted. In fact, it has been encouraged that you hire Francophones in Canada. Look at the express entry, how we are converting Francophone applicants into permanent residents. Express entry draw, 7 draws in 2024, covering 71,000 applicants. That's a significant Francophone immigration into Canada. Now, the secret sauce of immigration, personal immigration, is that you learn French in addition to English. So, new Francophone community immigration pilot has been launched. So, not only we are encouraging, we are creating new pathways for Francophone immigration, which is good. You can hire more Francophone foreign workers. It will become effective in fall 2024. So potentially additional 5,000 immigrants, applicants can benefit from this new pilot program. So 5 overview of changes, 5 pieces. Now, impact of recent changes, potential short-term changes, short-term impact is that there will be adjustment in labor market, of course, because of the temporary foreign worker changes. Now, it's my belief that Canadian employers will be hiring through other programs, not temporary foreign worker program, which is one of many. They will use international mobility program. They will use free trade agreement regime to hire foreign workers, and so on. Potential skill gaps in certain sectors. Yes, certain sectors that are not falling under the exception. There was a construction sector accepted from this new changes, and the healthcare. Other sectors like accommodation and tourism will be affected. So they have to adjust themselves and look into other pathways to bring foreign workers. Reduce economic activity from fewer international students. Yes, some economists are predicting that if you decrease the number of hours of international students working outside of campus and during their studies, the economic activity will decrease. That's a short-term impact. Long-term benefits. Focus on permanent residency for long-term growth, TR to PR conversion on the government level and on the employer level. If you have a foreign worker who is temporarily with you on a work permit, maybe you may consider helping him or her to convert to permanent residency. Think about it. You will, if you have, let's say, 20% of your workers foreigners, now you have to decrease them to 10%. That 10% of the most valuable workers, you can convert them to permanent residents and keep them at your work site. Attracting innovative entrepreneurs through the Startup Visa program, the updated Startup Visa program. I think there's always, there are good effects of the recent changes to SUV program. Better startups are being supported. Those paper startups are being disregarded, and things are becoming more obvious. It's not the free pathway to permanent residency anymore. But good, deserving, good startup ideas can still benefit with the updated version of Startup Visa program, and their processing has improved. We can see in our clients, Startup Visa clients are getting responses faster, unlike those backlog processing time that took many months to process simple application. Targeted immigration to address specific labor needs. Yes, there are now government is trying to say that if you really need that foreigner to come to that specific industry, you need to prove it with more evidence, right? You have to make yourself clear that you really tried hard to find a suitable Canadian, but now you're not able to. That's why you're bringing foreigner. And of course, politics. I try to stay away from politics, but elections are coming next year, or perhaps we can have early elections. You never know. Interest rates are coming down. Yesterday there was an announcement that inflation decreased to 2%, which is the ideal scenario according to Bank of Canada. I think rate cuts are coming, and PR targets will be announced in November. Speaking of elections, we are not only monitoring Canadian elections, we are monitoring also the US elections. You can see what kind of circus is going on in the US, but possibly early elections in Canada and the US elections in November. And in November, we will have a new targets for permanent residence plan that we want to accept. I think it will not be in the 500,000, it will be much less. And the government is saying the changes will not be cosmetic changes, the changes will be significant when it comes to PR targets. Attracting innovative entrepreneurs through startup program that we mentioned already. Targeted immigration to address specific labor needs, that's also happening through the occupation specific draws under express entry. So stay tuned for that. That's a long-term impact. The message I want to leave with on this slide is, while these changes may pose challenges for certain sectors, entrepreneurs like you have a unique opportunity to step in and contribute to innovation, drive, and economic growth. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, hard times, yes, it's tough times, but you need to use this opportunity. When others are sitting and waiting, you make progress, even small progress. So expectation for foreign entrepreneurs and businesses. What is government trying to say to entrepreneurs? Increase competition. There will be competition, especially in the startup visa program. Expect greater scrutiny and competition for visas and work permits. Now government has closed that chapter of giving freely all the approvals. Now you need to make smart moves. Don't be afraid as you make your small but smart moves to Canada. Adapting to changes. This is understand the new landscape. What is going on? Then the current government, the Liberal government, maybe they will stay or maybe they will be gone by next time. What is coming? So it's your long-term strategy. Adjust your business plans accordingly and let professionals help you to adjust to new realities. Understand the current economic challenges as you do your research. On the provincial level, on the federal level, do your research. And importance of guidance now more than ever, your immigration strategy is very important. It's not a easy path, but with the right moves, with the right guidance, you will be safe, and your business will use this opportunity to navigate through complex immigration system. You should not walk this path alone. That's the message I want to leave with on this slide. The critical role of a solid immigration strategy, again, I want to emphasize and I will reiterate, mitigating risks, okay? A well-planned strategy helps avoid delays, rejections, and unforeseen challenges. There are certain things that you can control, but many things that affect immigration, it's beyond your control, it's beyond your lawyer's control. But we have to play with the new set of rules, new set of game. Okay? It will allow you, if you mitigate your risks, it will allow you to submit your best immigration applications in the current situation. There's no end to perfection. You need to work with your lawyer, you need to work with your advisors, and then make the strategic move. Maximizing opportunities. Identify the best pathways for your business and employees. As I said, yes, there are rumors that things will change dramatically, but you have to change accordingly. Your business has to change too. An experienced business immigration lawyer can devise several pathways, plan A, B, and C, and so on. Each entrepreneur's journey is unique. These are general statements, but your pathway is very unique. A well-crafted immigration strategy tailored to your business needs can help maximize your success. And of course, I always say this, and I will repeat to my clients, you need to focus on business, not just immigration, okay? Yes, immigration is in your mind, but when focusing on your business goals with confidence will increase your confidence in immigration, okay? Government is looking at, for example, looking at the startup visa program. They look at the traction. What have you done? Were you sitting on your business idea or not? What have you done with purchasing a business? Have you negotiated? Have you visited Canada? Have you seen this? Have you done that? So working on improving your business will increase your chances of success in immigration. So don't forget that business immigration is first and foremost is about business, and secondly it's about immigration. Okay, positive outlook for business immigration. As I said, all these changes, although very vocal, very sensational changes, they are about nothing about business immigration other than just the fine-tuning of startup visa program. Canada's ongoing need for entrepreneurs, local and foreign, that hasn't changed. That is always there. The entrepreneurs are needed. We need new owners of existing Canadian businesses. I always repeat that the report of CFIB, Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses, 76% of small and medium businesses, and by small and medium they mean 0 employees to 499 employees. That's a big business actually. So 76% of small and medium enterprises will change ownership in the next decade, in the next 5, 8, 10 years. So we have to be ready. I've spent 3 weeks in the Maritimes, in Atlantic provinces of Canada, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland and Labrador. I've seen with my own eyes how business owners that are baby boomers, that are in their 60s and 70s, they want to retire. They want to spend their time with their grandchildren. But they have great businesses in their hands. They have to pass it over to a new owner. Regardless of sudden changes, Canada needs entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are the engine of this economy. So don't worry, there's a positive outlook for business immigration. I say Immigration Canada has more resources to handle business immigration, which makes the processing time hopefully much more desirable and better. Opportunities for innovation. Canada has always been welcoming innovation and entrepreneurs with new ideas and technologies. Look at our productivity rate. The productivity rate is decreasing. Why? Because we are not upgrading our systems. We are not upgrading our equipment. So any innovative idea that with new technologies involved and less reliance on human forces is always welcome. Focus on improving the productivity of your business. That's the main subject of your business plan, hopefully in the near future. Good environment for newcomers to the market. Current business owners will retire, as I said, 76%. Take revenue generating businesses to the next level. Come, improve the business, take over the business, improve it, create more benefit for Canadians and for yourself. Use Canada's support and trade agreement for global expansion. Once you become Canadian, there are, I think 16 free trade agreements between Canada and 51 other foreign countries. As a Canadian business, go and expand to the world. Go conquer new markets as a Canadian, as a made in Canada brand. A diverse and inclusive business landscape. Canada is committed to diversity and inclusion, creates rich environment for entrepreneurs of all backgrounds. Entrepreneurs for all backgrounds. You can become, as I said, the ambassador of Canada through your business. This fosters a vibrant marketplace for ideas and innovation. So the messaging here is, despite all the changes, all the shifts in Canadian immigration, Canada remains committed and very attractive, still very attractive to foreign entrepreneurs and immigrants, with supportive environment and for entrepreneurs and innovators. Excuse me, I'm going through this presentation so that I can get to your questions. If you need, just on business successions, this is what you can find online. $2 trillion worth business assets will change hands in the near future. Hard times create big changes and great chances for you. Economic downturns create unique opportunities for entrepreneurs to fill the gaps. And we've seen that Canadian economy is not perfect, but there are gaps, there are shortcomings that you can fill with your ideas and drive. Okay, this is the message that I don't want to repeat, but basically Canada cannot afford decreasing the number of entrepreneurs coming to the country. We need entrepreneurs, and the doors will be open for the foreseeable future. And it's time to move forward. Yeah, that's the message. So business immigration programs still available for you. Existing programs that remain strong option for foreign entrepreneurs. Global talent stream. Come to Canada through that stream. Francophone mobility program. I already mentioned how significant Francophone mobility and Francophone immigration has become. Update the startup visa program. Now we will have better startups coming to Canada. Entrepreneur immigration streams of provinces. Provinces are becoming more active. Look at that provinces as a pathway to PR. Federal intra-company work permit program for international transfers. Still there. You can benefit from that. Treaty-based entrepreneurs and investors. Look, there are many countries. Perhaps your country has a free trade agreement with Canada. The latest one was Canada-Ukraine free trade agreement. Look at that free trade agreement and benefit from that to come to Canada. Challenges and opportunities. Of course, there are challenges. Canada has experienced rapid growth of population, leading to increased demand for housing and other resources. That's an opportunity for business owners. Create more housing. Come, bring your concepts from your home country. Maybe mini units, micro units or whatnot. Rising costs, of course, and interest rates, which are coming down, that's a good news, have added to the challenges faced by many Canadians. Now, if you have a solution for that, come and offer that to Canadians. That's an innovative opportunity for you. In response to this pressure, government has made adjustments. We've been through those policy changes. Despite these changes, Canada needs foreign entrepreneurs, innovators, and businesses remaining strong. We will see. Of course, these are just our assessment, but in the future, keep your minds open. Canada is still open for entrepreneurs. Don't get discouraged. See what we are still managing to bring foreign workers. See our success stories. One from Pakistan, Vietnam, another one from Mongolia, another one recently from Hungary. The arts sector, the arts and entertainment sector. So don't wait for the perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. Take actions now and begin your journey to success in Canada with our expert guidance. If you need more expert guidance on this, we can provide you. We can give you comprehensive immigration services. We will be honest and transparent with you. If you have a chance, we will say yes. If you don't have a chance, we say sorry, we cannot help you. That's our approach to our service has always been transparency, honesty, and integrity. Business and legal expertise. We can bring our partners, our other service providers together for your success. Personalized support throughout the process. We will not be just, we will not just forget you after you get the visa. We will support you. We have our network for your benefit. You can benefit from our network once you are in Canada. So now I think I'm almost out of my time. If you have any questions, social media and websites are the best resources. We publish regularly. We updated our startup guide. We created Nova Scotia Entrepreneur Stream Guide. You can go and check that and talk to our team that has been doing it for more than 10 years. We are ready now for your questions. Let's take a quick break and come back to your questions.